Welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Castlekeeper Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is going to be another character class spotlight, and I'll be focusing on the Pacer. So the Pacer is another one of those subclasses or supplemental classes that are coming out of the Adventurer's Backpack. I've been featuring that for quite some time now, and we are going to move on to the Pacer. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. So here we have the Pacer, and let me just double check to make sure you're seeing the same screen. So the Pacer is a dexterity-based character class. The Pacer may be a wonderful asset or terrible adversary. They are well used by merchants, nobility, and others who want their needs fulfilled within or outside of the laws in the towns and cities. Being very versatile, they can achieve their goals both by the strength of their sword or by stealth and study. Most react to the Pacer with caution, for they do not know who the Pacer truly serves. Able to fit in with most groups, the Pacer can easily use their ability among the people of towns and cities with little fear of exposing their true purpose. Pacers are often kept in the permanent employ of merchants and nobility. These Pacers acquire wealth quickly, and their names are widely known within circles they frequent. The lesser-known Pacers operate from the lower, shady parts of towns and cities and learn quickly the ways and the identities of the underworld elements within these areas. Pacers quite often serve as bounty hunters as well. Pacers are skilled warriors and use a wide variety of weapons and armor, considering that many tasks in their work they are armed and armored in a variety of ways. Serving nobility, they wear exquisite and refined armor, carry finely crafted weapons. Those serving merchants and organizations wear rough armor and often carry axes, maces, scimitars, and tulwars. Pacers who serve themselves are armed and armored in many fashions, depending largely on their success. A Pacer's life is devoted not only to fighting, but to the art of information, being skilled in tracking, assessing the areas of towns and villages, and the inhabitants within. Their knowledge is vast, but payment must be made for this knowledge. So their abilities: acro running, which is dexterity based. When using acro running, the practitioner uses their abilities to move as efficiently as possible over and under, around, and through obstacles. These feats require a great deal of dexterity to perform. Moving through particularly cluttered areas, uneven areas, facing vertical obstacles, climbable obstacles, steep slants, or sharp drops, a practitioner can handle these with ease. The castle keeper may require multiple attribute checks, generally one every 30 feet, and for each major obstacle. Bonuses. First through third levels gain a +1 bonus on attribute checks. Fourth through sixth get a +2 gained on attribute checks. 7 through 9 +3, and 10 through 12 +4. If the Pacer is in an urban environment, then the additional +1 is added to their dexterity check due to their ability to scale walls and vertical surfaces. Also, this ability is very helpful when falling. When falling short distances, the practitioner takes no damage with a successful attribute check, and half damage if the attribute check is not successful. The fall must be within the range of the Pacer's abilities. They can save against falling damage at 1st through 4th level if the fall is 15 feet or less. At 5th through 8th level, the distance they can fall upon increases to 30 feet, and at 9 plus level, it increases to 45 feet. Conceal, also dexterity based. Pacers can conceal themselves extremely well in urban areas, just as a ranger may conceal themselves in the wilderness. With a successful dexterity check, pacers can camouflage themselves so well as to be unnoticeable by most passers-by. Pacers cannot conceal and move silently at the same time until they reach 5th level. Then a pacer may attempt both, but must make a successful conceal and move silently checks at -5 in this case. Movement is reduced to 1/4 and of the normal movement rate. Pacers may not conceal themselves if being observed, even casually, before the conceal check is attempted. If the observer is momentarily distracted, the pacer can attempt to use this ability. While the observer averts their attention, the character may attempt to quickly get into a hiding place of some sort. However, doing so imposes a -10 penalty. The ability cannot be used if wearing armors other than those allowed worn. While pacers are quite proficient at concealing themselves in urban areas, they are able to conceal themselves in wilderness settings as well. In this instance, the conceal check is performed as if dexterity is the secondary attribute, since the pacer is less skilled in the wilderness. That means instead of getting meeting a 12, they'll would need an 18, by the way. Move silently. Dexterity based. The pacer is able to move silently in urban areas with a successful dexterity check. The pacer can move up to 1/2 the character's normal speed with no penalty. At more than 1/2 and up to the character's full speed, the character suffers a -5 penalty. It's practically impossible that's a -20 penalty, move silently while running or charging. Pacers cannot perform this ability indoors. See conceal above for information moving silently while attempting to conceal oneself. The ability cannot be used if armors other than those allowed is worn. Scale, dexterity based. With this ability, pacers can freely climb and scale vertical walls, fences, and sides of buildings in an urban environment. No attribute check is required. Additionally, with a successful attribute check, this extraordinary ability allows the pacer to climb up, down, or across a dangerous obstacle or inverted incline that others would find impossible. When doing so, the pacer moves at 1/2 the character's normal speed. A failed attribute check means the character makes no progress. A check that fails by 5 or more means the character falls from the currently attained height and must suffer falling damage. In both situations above, nothing may be carried in the pacer's hands while climbing. Also, this ability cannot be used if armors other than those allowed are worn. While pacers are quite proficient scaling surfaces in urban areas, they are able to scale surfaces in wilderness settings as well. In this instance, the scale check is performed using dexterity as a secondary attribute with bonuses applied since the pacer is not skilled in the wilderness environment. Tactical observation. The pacer is able to pick a target out of the crowd and focus an attack upon them. The target is an individual or creature chosen by the pacer. The opponent must be observed by the pacer for at least 1d3 times 10 minutes. All right, so anywhere from 1 to 3 turns, allowing the pacer to study and learn their opponent's demeanor, movement, and mannerisms. When the pacer changes targets, they must announce that another opponent is being observed. Once the pacer changes, no bonuses are gained for the original opponent until 5th level, when the pacer can tactically observe 2 targets, then 3 at 10th level. So the bonus is as follows. So for pacer levels 1 through 4, they get a +2 to hit, +2 to damage, and a +2 to tracking. At levels 5 through 9, this is, of course, a tactical observation being successful. It is a +3, +3, +3, and then a 10 and above is +4 to all three. Track, which is a wisdom-based skill. In an urban setting, the pacer can successfully track any individual or creature that leaves a discernible trace. With the successful wisdom check, a pacer can find and follow clues and tracks in the urban environment and determine characteristics of the target being tracked. Castle Keeper may require multiple checks over time and distance. The pacer can use this ability to hide tracks. A successful track check may also impact information about the individual or creature being tracked. Once a trail is found, a track check can determine the general number of the type of creatures being tracked. The number of creatures being tracked should be disclosed to the player by using one of the following categories. Individuals are from 1 to 6. Bands are from 6 to 30, troops are between 20 and 100, or army is 100 plus. And also one of the following categories: beast, demi-human, humanoid, fae, giant. For many creatures, the pacer cannot identify its exact type, only that it is a creature of such nature until some experience has been gained tracking it. A pacer can identify the above creatures with no effort. After having tracked a particular type of creature several times, the pacer can later identify its tracks. At level 3, a pacer can ascertain distinguishing characteristics about the creatures tracked, such as whether they are wounded, exhausted, carrying certain objects, or wearing certain armor. The pacer might even be able to determine if a spellcaster is in the group after tracked. The marks or characteristics are limited only by the castle keeper's imagination and the desire to provide and enhance story elements during gameplay. At 5th level, the pacer can identify the specific creature being tracked if it belongs to one of the following categories and with which the pacer has had some interactions: the beast, fae, giant, demi-human, humanoid, or vermin. While pacers are quite proficient at tracking in urban areas, they are able to track in wilderness settings as well. In this instance, the track check is performed using wisdom as a secondary attribute, and so on. Urban knowledge is a wisdom-based skill. The pacer uses this ability to gather information in cities, towns, and villages. They can find lodging and the best ways to purchase an item. They can find people and other guilds, learn their political structure, and those hidden, shady elements in the urban areas. At 2nd level, they gain a +2 bonus to their attribute check. This increases to +4 at 4, +6 at 6, and +8 at level 8 and beyond. Sneak attack. At 4th level, a pacer gains the sneak attack ability. When an opponent or victim is aware of the pacer but unsuspecting of the attack, a pacer can use a sneak attack ability. For example, A pacer could be having a conversation with a potential victim, intending to strike once a vital piece of information is learned. Or a pacer may be perched in the shadows of a tree, waiting for the perfect opportunity to fire a crossbow. Sneak attack situations do not require previous successful hide or move silently check, although the castle keeper may require success in one or both depending on the circumstances. The opponent does not roll for initiative until the round following the attack. A pacer making a sneak attack gains +2 bonus to hit and +4 to damage. Ranged weapons can be used for sneak attack if the target is within 30 feet. A rogue cannot aim with deadly accuracy from beyond that range. And so here we have the basic framework of the character class. Again, its prime attribute is dexterity. Alignment is any. Hit die is a d10. Any weapons. You have a long list of various magic armor. I'm sorry, various armor that can be worn. Their ability scores, and then the level progression goes. The basic to hit begins at level 2, and it goes up 1 point for every level there and beyond. So I really like this class. Um, I'm definitely going to use this class as an NPC. So versatile, especially in a town or city setting. I found this image online. Don't even know where it really came from, but to me, that's what really strikes me as being like you would see a pacer moving through the streets, late at night, um, either tracking somebody, bounty hunting somebody. What an incredible class. I mean, I look forward to using this as a castle keeper for an NPC. I would love for a player to say, hey, I want to play a pacer. I certainly put them to really good use as far as an acquirer of information for the party as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually seeing this in action. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Your questions and comments, leave those in the comments section again. I know I'm really enthusiastic about this one. So let me know if you've used it or if you intend to use it. Hopefully this encourages you to give it a shot because it really is an interesting character class. I would love to play this class as a player as well. So really looking forward to that opportunity to do that at some time too. So, as always, thanks for joining. Um, I am going to be making several of these videos today because I'm preparing on going on vacation beginning on Saturday. And so I'm going to probably do about 4 videos in a row. And then these will drop. This one will drop today, and then Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then I will be back in time to pick up, doing videos as they occur. So those won't be pre-scheduled. So as always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon, and at a gaming table at a convention sometime soon as well. So hopefully. My convention schedule actually builds up a little bit. I know I don't have one until September. Maybe something will come up in August, and even after September, then it goes from September to April. I'm hoping something falls in line in between that as well. So, as always, have a great rest of your day. Take care.